A lot of people are in hell, literally, neat relationships because of idolatry. Because of their love for a tall, dark, and handsome guy, they're out here being shown Pepe just because they want to date their type. A lot of guys out here are trying to have relationships and wife buddies who are for the streets just because you like her skin color, just because you like how she looks, just because you like her body. You're out here trying to turn a prostitute into a wife. And when they're not becoming that, you're getting frustrated over what? A lot of us are going through hell in relationships because of idolatry, because of your love for money, right? You're out here dating a married man who is giving you specific hours of when you can talk to them and not talk to them, who is literally treating you like a sex machine, but somewhere in your head, you're literally lying to yourself that, no, he's going to leave his wife. We're going to be together. He told me he loves me. Yeah, he's just with her because of A, B, C, D. Meanwhile, time is just going. Meanwhile, this person is not leaving his family for nothing. Meanwhile, you're going to be at one point stuck up looking for a marriage. The same marriages you are out here breaking is what your heart is going to start desiring at one point. And then the delusional part of you is going to tell yourself that, yeah, you're going to find this man and you're going to live happily ever after. Hey, in what life? You reap what you sow. So yeah, a lot of people are in toxic relationships because of idolatry. Like, you idolize that person, you idolize what you get from that person. So you're ready to take every nonsense that comes with it. You're ready to be beaten, you're ready to be abused, you're ready to be cheated on. You're actually good sharing this man. Okay? It's you he loves, right? So even if he goes to that other woman, he's going to come back to you, right? A lot of you need to love yourselves. That's the problem. Your idolatry, and then the fact that you do not have self-awareness, you do not love yourself. So because you're not pursuing God, because you're not seeking God, because you're not working together with God, you're not even able to see that it is your own idolatry that has you out here looking crazy, that has you in your room, locked up, crying, asking what is wrong with you, trying to convince yourself all sorts of delusional things so that you can put up with a relationship you know very well you have no business being in. You know very well, like deep down, you know that you want the type of man who, is going to respect you, is going to provide for you without having to ask you for some you're going to just feel safe with him, someone who just provides security. But you're out here dating the complete opposite just because you like how this person looks, because he's your type, right? Because you have a type, eh? You're out here telling yourself, I want to marry a woman, a responsible woman, someone who is nurturing, someone who can take care of a home, right? Someone who can do A, B, C, D. Then you're out here getting a hoe from the streets. That was the wrong term. You're out here getting a prostitute from the streets, and then you're coming to try and wife her. And listen, I'm not saying prostitutes can't be wives. Yo, Jesus can transform anybody. Okay? But all I'm saying is, like, y'all are out here compromising, creating Ishmaels, and then you're coming back and telling God, okay, God, please, I know that this is not the right type of person for me, but please turn him into the right type of person. Turn her into the right type of person. Bless us, bless our marriage, bless our union. And God is looking at you like, fam, did I ever say that I was going to bless that? Let me tell you the best case scenario that can turn out in your life for someone who is seriously like just saying, me, I will die here. Right? I love the money. I love my rent paid. I love driving my car. I love working with a buddy. Let me tell you the worst case scenario, because some of you out here, you're in the wrong relationships. You know it. And then you keep bothering God with prayers to change this person. And you know very well that this person, they are who they say they are. You feel me? Let me tell you your best case scenario when you're praying. When you're praying, pray that person you're dating is an Ishmael. What do I mean? Because they're clearly not an Isaac. They're not the child of promise. They're not who God told you that they're blessing you with. They're not who you also know deep down is the person you're supposed to be with, right? So the best thing you can do is actually hope and pray that person is an Ishmael. Because Ishmael too was the son of Abraham. And that's why God blessed Ishmael as well. right? God told Abraham, when Abraham tried to ask God, like, bless Ishmael with Isaac's blessings, God was like, fam, that's not how it works. Isaac is Isaac. I'm giving you Isaac, and he's that promise, that's his. But this child that they compromised, and the child is here, right? God was like, he will still bless that child, not in the same way as Isaac, because you can't compare the two. But yeah, bless bado. So for some of you, the best case scenario, if you've decided to die there in that toxic relationship, is pray that that child is an Ishmael, that child still belongs, to the children of the descendants of Abraham. Because if you are dating an offspring of the devil, hey, whether you pray, whether you fast, that person will show you pepe. That person will just show you pepe. That's all they know. There's no good in them. You need to know that people like us out here, right? Us as human beings, we're literally bodies. We're literally shells, right? And then we have a spirit within us. And then we have the person who is in charge of that spirit, right? We have our souls, right? And then we have the person who is controlling that soul, whether it is God, whether it is of the devil. You all need to understand that not everybody walking the surface of the earth is a child of God, is a human being at a pure breed. No. Some people, they look like human beings, but they're not human beings. They're offsprings of the devil. And for those of you who think you're told like life is spiritual and you're out here arguing this, arguing that, meanwhile, your village people are showing you pepe with your name in their shrines. Anyway, you all need to know that not everybody walking the surface of the earth is a human being. And that's reality. Whether you want to fight with it, not fight with it, that's for you. Okay? People perish for lack of knowledge. I decided to not jump into that boat. Sawa. Read the Bible. Stop even listening to stories. Maybe you're the type of person who you hear stories and you're like, don't listen to stories. Read the Bible. There's a reason why they have tried to get rid of that book. There's a reason why they have tried to. It's the only book people are persecuted for having, for reading. It's the only reason. It's the only holy book that they try and change what it says and all of that. I've never had like at 50 versions of I don't know what type of book people pray with out there. It's only the Bible, right? And nobody tries to steal from an empty house. You feel me? Nobody tries to throw stones on a tree that has no fruit. Only a mad person. And that's what I usually say about Christianity. Let people talk all day. Let people talk about this, about that, religion. Try and compare, make them seem like, at the end of the day, there's only one God. At the end of the day, everybody can claim to be, I'm a leader. At the end of the day, we have one president. So we have one king. So you all need to know, out of all these religions, at the end of the day, there has to be one that is the one. So, and Christianity is not a religion, it's a relationship with God. But for the sake of people who look at everything spiritual as religion, that was for you. Back to my point, right? So not everybody walking the surface of the earth is a human being. And one thing you all need to know is that some of you are out here laying down with offsprings of the devil. That's why he's beating you, abusing you. Yani, Kai, Jesus, what are they not doing to you? That's why you hear people out here talking about they have fetishes like pooping in people's mouth and pooping on them. Why? Why would you bring someone down to that level? A human being like you. Why? That's why you find someone, you're in trouble and you need some money, and they will tell you to do some crazy, humiliating thing just so that you can get it. Not everybody working the surface of the earth is a human being. That's why you're out here seeing people sacrificing people left, right, and center. Imagine katakata into pieces. They will do it with no remorse. You see someone is actually arrested, they're asked what they did. You all expect someone to probably cry, probably feel guilty. Zero. Dash. They stand with what. Anyway, what is my point? Stop allowing your idolatry to get you out here in crazy, messed up relationships. You need not to have other gods other than God. You do not need to be having other idols other than God. Because let me tell you, anything you put above God, will show you pepe. Anything. But anything. God has the perfect partner out there for you. 1, you have to be patient. 2, you need not compromise. 3, you need to work with God like this, so that when that person comes, you know. And so that any person who comes pretending to be that person, you're able to identify it too. But we need to be serious, because life is spiritual, okay?